So now what I'm going to talk about is something known as an alternating current and a direct current. Now, with an alternating current, it keeps on switching the direction. So the electrons go from one direction and then go back and forth multiple times. So there's no actual positive and negative terminal, because the terminals just keep on switching between positive and negative. It just keeps switching. And that's why we call it alternating, because they keep on switching. So let's give a given time. So the x-axis is the time and the y-axis is the current. It goes from positive to negative. So it goes up, comes back down to negative, goes up, comes back to negative. And this value and this value, they're equal, but they're just on opposite directions. Now, your power supply in your home is actually alternating current, and the frequency is 50 hertz. Now, what frequency means is the number of times it changes directions per second. So it's changing directions at 50 times each second. Now, the reason why we use an alternating current is so that the electricity can be transmitted from a long distance without losing much energy. It's just for energy savings. If we use the direct current, which I'm going to go through later on, over a long distance, you're going to get really hot wires, and that will lose a lot of money. So you need to know that the UK is 50 hertz, the power supply, and it's 230 volts. Now what I'm going to go through is something known as direct current. Now, if I drew a circuit, this is the power supply. The small side is negative. This one is positive. It always goes from negative to positive if there is a complete circuit. And direct current always goes from negative to positive. It's not switching directions like alternating current does. So the negative always stays negative and the positive terminal always stays positive, and it goes from negative to positive in one direction. So if I plotted it on a graph, you're just going to see a straight line. It stays at one constant value. A common source of a direct current is batteries. So direct current is steady and it's consistent, whereas AC is variable, goes up and down, and keeps on changing directions.